So first of all, we explain on the site, what our criteria are for real-world sex. Very broad, by the way. Then, obviously, you have a user submissions process that is utterly Law 2257 compliant. We are more legal than legal. We absolutely have to be because we want to be out there in the public domain. So, you have to make it through that process. And by the way, obviously, that requires, 2 forms of visual ID for every participant. You cannot post anything non-consensually. It's not possible. Then, I and my team curate. So we review every piece of content to make sure that it's delivering against what we're looking for. And then if we're, perfectly happy with all of that, then we post on the site. And we welcome everything. We are utterly all-inclusive. The content on the site at the moment is purely a function of, the people who are willing to be our pre-launch contributors. We want the full gamut of LGBT, diversity, everything. Whatever it is, as long as it's real-world sex, ship it in.
So when you say real-world sex, I noticed that you had mentioned that it's not amateur before. What's the why real-world sex and not amateur sex?
Right. The reason we say we're not amateur is because I regularly have to explain to people that 99.9% of all porn on the internet billed as amateur isn't. It's made, as we all know, by professional production companies who are masquerading as amateur because that is what people want to see. And so, interestingly, I also have to explain to people that even the sites that claim they are real people having real sex, so sites like, for example, Homegrown Video, which bills itself as the largest, oldest amateur porn site on the net, actually, on the submissions page for Homegrown Video, first of all, they tell you where to place the camera when you film yourself, so that you capture all the same camera angles as in porn. Yeah. Their submissions categories are the same as in porn, anal, deep throat. And then Homegrown Video actually tells you how to film yourselves. So in the anal sex submissions category, Homegrown Video says to you, so our viewers really like to think it's the girl's first time. So when you video yourselves having anal sex, please could you have the girl say to the camera, oh, it's my first time, I'm really nervous. And they say to you, and therefore it's very important when you film yourselves having anal sex, that the girl is seen to go, ooh, ow, ooh. That is not real people having real sex. Our core value proposition resides in the fact that everybody wants to know what everybody else is really doing in bed, and nobody does. And we're showing them.
Yeah. And I think there's, you've talked in your TED Talk about makelovenotporn.com when you initially launched that, about how there's a danger in the idea that people might think that what they see in porn is what people are really doing, which it's not. So,
yep. Now, I have to be really, really clear on this point. Make Love Not Porn is not anti-porn. The issue I'm tackling is not porn. The issue I am tackling is the complete lack in our society of an open, healthy dialogue around sex and porn, which would then enable people to bring a real-world mindset when they view what is essentially artificial entertainment. Right. Which is why my entire message of Make Love Not Porn boils down to one thing, purely and simply talk about it. So the only reason porn is operating as default sex education is because we all have sex, but we never talk about it. Porn operates as default sex ed in the complete absence of a counterpoint, of an open, healthy discussion, of parents feeling able to teach their kids about sex as opposed to being utterly embarrassed about it, right. In the absence of schools and colleges operating an open, healthy, honest sex ed curriculum. That's the only reason this is an issue. And so that's the only thing that I'm tackling. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Purely and simply to enable more people to feel able to have an open, honest discussion around sex.
So let's say there's someone that is interested in thinking about going to your site, but they really like mainstream porn, where everything is those same camera angles. They like it to not look like real-world sex. What can Make Love Not Porn do for people who love mainstream porn?
Nothing whatsoever. I'm not targeting the people who are really, really happy with what's there. The marketing guru Seth Godin wrote a great post a few months back, and he was talking about marketing in general. But he said, your market is not the people who just want more of the same. Your market is anybody who wants something new, innovative, creative, different. And that's what MakeLoveNotPorn.tv is. If you're really happy with mainstream porn, that's absolutely cool.
There's lots of it out there for you.
Yeah, we are simply targeting the people like the 24-year-old guy from the Netherlands who tweeted me to tell me that he had come across Make Love Not Porn because he Googled porn that is not porn. He's a 24-year-old guy, he's got a great sex life, he loves watching porn, he is bored with everything out there. He Googled porn that is not porn, and funny enough, when you do that, makelovenotporn.com is the first thing that comes up, and he tweeted me instantly and said, I love this, you're talking my language. And so he is now our on-the-ground, in-country Dutch ambassador for makelovenotporn.tv. But, you know, we are targeting the people who would like something different. Who would like something that not is like anything else out there. And by the way, even though we are not targeting, people are very happy with mainstream porn, I would say that makelovenotporn.tv could be a very interesting adjunct to your mainstream porn diet, as it were.
Yeah.
You know, when you want a little treat that's something a bit different, check us out.
Well, and I think, I mean, everybody wants to watch people getting it on. That's why porn has been so successful for so long. And, I mean, ancient times, porn was successful. People have always wanted that. So but it's become kind of the same thing on every menu.
And the important thing there, Lindsay, is that porn is not successful at the moment.
At the moment.
The business model is broken. You know, people are not making enough money, people aren't getting paid enough. And so one of the things that I want to do with makelovenotporn.tv is help pave the way to normalization for the rest of the porn industry. I find it utterly ridiculous that porn exists as this parallel universe we never talk about, this shadowy otherworld behind the curtain. You know, this is why, you know, my design brief to my team for makelovenotporn.tv was, this site has to be very cool, very cutting edge, very compelling, and utterly normalized. This is a site where, unless you're actually streaming video, when anyone sits down next to you, you never have to slam your laptop shut. It's okay. It's Make Love Not Porn. It's not TV, it's HBO. It's not porn, it's Make Love Not Porn. Because, you know, as you said, who does not enjoy watching people fucking? So I would really like to get over this ridiculous societal pressure and hypocrisy and puritanism. And as I say, make makelovenotporn.tv just another form of social media where you self-identify and self-express sexually in a way that is as much the norm as anything else that you currently showcase on Facebook, Foursquare, Twitter. I'd like to break down that ridiculous wall, and I would like to normalize the fact that we are all healthy human beings, sex is personality, and it's perfectly okay to watch other people having sex.
And making ridiculous faces and not doing it in the way that you've seen porn stars do it for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like that a lot. Well, do you have any parting words? Oh, wait, I did want to ask. Hold on. I did want to ask, so if someone goes to the site now, what will they find?
Okay, so we took makelovenotporn.tv live a week ago.
Yeah.
We took it live as what the tech world calls minimum viable product. And what that means is that we built it to the bare minimum needed to be able to operate, and we are therefore real-world testing it in private invitation-only beta while we build it. And so at the moment access is by invitation only, and that's purely because we need to make sure that we don't crash and break stuff, and so we are asking people to sign up, and we're inviting in people as quickly as we can. We're inviting in batches of 500 users at a time.
Wow.
As we roll things out, build more features, and as we performance test and just make sure that our servers are coping and that we can address every kind of glitch or user issue that comes up on a report-by-report basis.
Okay. So if you sign up, it's free to get into the site.
Yep, absolutely.
You only rent if you want to.
So it's free to sign up and join. And also, we invite all of our contributors to record an intro video. And it's free to watch the intro video. And the intro video is the trailer for their content, although it's not necessarily a trailer in the conventional sense, in that we specifically ask people to contextualize their content. So we ask them to give some context and background as to who they are, their relationship, why they chose to contribute this video, or they can contribute a more conventional trailer approach that they can absolutely cut together, you know, bits of the content. But on the 13 or so videos we have on the site at the moment, I think about 8 contributors have actually put up trailers, intro videos, and so you can actually watch those for free, you know, and you can also see thumbnails of the action in the video so that you can decide what to rent. But I would really urge people who come to the site to be open-minded. I mean, partly, by the way, support what we're doing, support our social values and our social mission, you know, watch as much as possible, but also watch to get a sense of what we mean when we talk about real-world sex. because it entertains me that, you know, there are people currently blogging and commenting on makelovenotporn.tv without having seen either the site or the videos. And so, you know, some of the comments are, oh yeah, sure, who wants to watch flabby middle-aged people having sex under bad lighting? And, you know, A, that is not at all what real-world sex actually looks like and what our content looks like. And B, you know, when did porn become the gold standard and what all of us do become squalid? That's a total reversal of, you know, what ought to be the case. And so, and so actually, I would really urge people to be open-minded. You know, please do watch as much as possible. Obviously, you know, we want to get our business off to a good start. But I would also love people to get a real sense of the fact that, I promise you, real-world sex is more innovative, more creative, more arousing, more surprising, more amazing and more hot than porn could ever be.
Ooh, the gauntlet has been laid. Well, I like that. So check out makelovenotporn.tv. Any parting words?
Again, I would just emphasize, you know, makelovenotporn.tv is pro-sex, pro-porn, pro-knowing the difference. And if you support that, please come and support us by joining and renting and enjoying and sharing. Please do.